This first line is in italics. It's part of a memory moment, a flashback. Matthias kissed me on my forehead. Forever and ever, kid, until you're sick and tired of seeing me. Commander Jameson halts in front of the white sheet, then bends down and throws it aside. I stare down at the dead body of a soldier clad in military black, a knife still protruding from his chest. Dark blood stains his shirt, his shoulder, his hands, the grooves of the knife hilt. His eyes are closed now. I kneel before him and smooth the strands of his hair away from his face. It's odd. I don't take in any details of the scene. I still feel nothing but that deep numbness. Tell me about what might have happened here, Cadet, Commander Jameson demands. Consider this a pop quiz. This soldier's identity should motivate you to get it right. I don't even inch from the sting of her words. The details rush in, and I start talking. Whoever hit him with this knife either stabbed him from close range or has an incredibly strong throwing arm, right-handed. I run my fingers along the blood-caked handle. Impressive aim. The knife is one of a pair, correct? See this pattern painted on the bottom of the blade? It cuts off abruptly. Commander Jameson nods. The second knife is stuck in the wall of the stairwell. I look toward the dark alley that my brother's feet point to and notice the sewer cover several yards away. That's where he made his getaway, I say. I estimate the direction the sewer cap is turned in. He's also left-handed. Interesting. And he's ambidextrous. Please continue. From here, the sewers will take him deeper into the city or west to the ocean. He'll choose the city. He's probably too wounded to do so otherwise. But it's impossible to track him accurately now. If he has any sense, he'll have taken half a dozen turns down there and done it in sewer water too. He wouldn't have touched the walls. He'll give us nothing to track. I'm going to leave you here for a bit so you can collect your thoughts. Meet me in 2 minutes in the third-floor stairwell so you can give the photographers some room. She glances once at Matthias's body before she turns away. For a brief second, her face softens. What a waste of a good soldier. Then she shakes her head and leaves. I watch her go. The others around me stay a good distance away, apparently eager to avoid an awkward conversation. I look down at my brother's face again. To my surprise, he appears peaceful. His skin looks tan, not pale like I assumed it would. I half expect his eyes to flutter, his mouth to smile. Bits of dried blood flake off onto my hands. When I try to brush them off, they stick to my skin. I don't know if this is what sets off my anger. My hands start shaking so hard, I press them against Matthias's clothes in an attempt to steady them. I'm supposed to be analyzing a crime scene, but I can't concentrate. You should have taken me with you, I whisper to him. Then I lean my head against his and begin to cry. In my mind, I make a silent promise to my brother's killer. I will hunt you down. I will scour the streets of Los Angeles for you. Search every street in the Republic if I have to. I will trick you and deceive you, lie, cheat, and steal to find you. Tempt you out of your hiding place and chase you until you have nowhere else to run. I make you this promise. Your life is mine. Too soon, soldiers come to take Matthias to the morgue. 307 hours. My apartment, same night. The rain has started. I lie on the couch with my arm draped over Ollie. That's the dog. The spot where Matthias usually sits is empty. Old stacks of photo albums and Matthias's journals clutter up the coffee table. He'd always loved our parents' old-fashioned ways and kept handwritten journals just like how they'd kept all these paper photos. You can't trace or tag them online, he always said. Ironic, coming from an expert hacker. Was it just this afternoon that he'd picked me up from Drake? He'd wanted to talk to me about something important right before he left, but now I'll never know what he had to say. Papers and reports cover my stomach. One of my hands clutches A pendant necklace, a piece of evidence I've been studying for a while now. I squint at its smooth surface, its lack of patterns. Then I drop my hand with a sigh. My head hurts. I learned earlier why Commander Jameson pulled me out of Drake. She's had her eye on me for a long time. Now she suddenly has one less in Matthias's patrol, and she's looking to add an agent. Perfect time to nab me before the other recruiters do. Starting tomorrow, Thomas is taking over Matthias's position for the time being, and I'm entering the patrol as a detective agent in training. My first tracking mission, Day. We've tried a variety of tactics to catch Day in the past, but none of them have worked, Jameson told me just before she sent me home. So, here's what we'll do. I'll continue with my patrol's projects. For you, let's test out your skills with a practice run. Show me how you'd track Day. Maybe you'll get somewhere. Maybe not. But you're a fresh set of young eyes, and if you impress me, I'll promote you to be a full agent on this patrol. I'll make you famous, the youngest agent out there. I close my eyes and try to think. Day killed my brother. I know this because we found a stolen ID tag lying halfway up the third floor stairwell, which led us to the soldier pictured on the tag, who stammered out a description of what the boy looked like. His description didn't match anything we have on file for Day. But the truth is, we know so little about what he looks like, except that he's young, like the kid at the hospital tonight. The fingerprints on the ID tag are the same prints we found just last month at a crime scene linked to Day, prints that don't match any civilian the Republic has on record. Day was there, in the hospital. He was also careless enough to leave an ID tag behind. Makes me wonder. Day broke into the laboratory for medicine as part of a desperate last-minute, poorly thought-out plan. He must have stolen plague suppressants and painkillers because he couldn't find anything stronger. He certainly doesn't have the plague, not with the way he was able to escape, but someone else he knows must. Someone he cares enough about to risk his life for. Someone living in Blue Ridge or Lake or Winter or Alta sectors, all recently affected by the plague. If this is true, Day won't be leaving the city anytime soon. He's bound to be here by this connection, motivated by his emotions. Day also could have a sponsor who hired him to pull this stunt. But the hospital is a dangerous place, and a sponsor would have had to pay Day a great deal of money, and if that much money was involved, he certainly would have planned more thoroughly and known when the laboratory's next shipment of plague medicines would arrive. Besides, Day wasn't a mercenary in any of his past crimes. He's attacked the Republic military assets on his own, slowed down shipments to the warfront, and destroyed our warfront-bound airships and fighter jets. He has some sort of agenda to stop us from winning against the colonies. For a while, we thought he might work for the colonies, but his jobs are crude, without high-tech equipment or noticeable funding behind them. Not necessarily what you'd expect from our enemy. He's never taken jobs for hire as far as I know, and it's unlikely he'd start now. Who would hire an untested mercenary? Another possible sponsor is the Patriots, but if Day had been working for them on this job, one of the Patriots would have drawn their signature flag, 13 red and white stripes with 50 white dots on a blue rectangle. Oh, wonder what flag that is. On a wall somewhere near the crime scene by now. They'd never miss a chance to claim victory. But the biggest thing that doesn't compute for me is this. Day has never killed anyone before. That's another reason why I don't think he's connected to the Patriots. In one of his past crimes, he'd crept into a quarantine zone by tying up a street policeman. The policeman didn't have a scratch on him except a black eye. Another time, he broke into a bank vault, but left the 4 security guards at its back entrance untouched, although a bit stupefied. He once torched a whole squadron of fighter jets on an empty airfield in the middle of night, and on 2 occasions has grounded airships by crippling their engines. Once he vandalized the side of a military building. He's stolen money, food, and goods. But he doesn't set roadside bombs. He doesn't shoot soldiers. He doesn't attempt assassinations. He doesn't kill. So why Matthias? Day could have made his escape without killing him. Did Day hold some sort of a grudge? Had my brother done something to him in the past? It couldn't have been accidental. That knife went straight through Matthias's heart. Straight through his intelligent, stupid, stubborn, overprotective heart. I open my eyes and then lift my hand and study the pendant necklace again. It belongs today. His fingerprints are on it. It's a circular disc with nothing engraved on it, something we found lying on the floor of the hospital stairwell along with the stolen ID. It's not from any religion I know of. It's worth nothing in terms of money, cheap nickel and copper. The necklace part is plastic, which means he probably didn't steal it, and it has a different meaning for him and is worth carrying around with the risk of losing or dropping it. Maybe it's a good luck charm. Maybe it was given to him by someone he has emotional ties with. Maybe this is the same person he tried to steal plague medicine for. It has a secret. I just don't know what. Day's exploits fascinate me. But now he is my matched enemy, my target, my first mission. I gather my thoughts for 2 days. On the third day, I call Commander Jameson. I have a plan. We're on page 49. Next chapter is for Day. Talk to you later.